Beautiful artisans. I am enjoying a super awesome cup of coffee. It's New England hazelnut. So this time of day in the afternoon, I'd love to have a cup of hazelnut, especially after I've been working a lot of hours. So I've been working, it's almost 6 hours with the machine stitching for this hat. And I'm going to go over this hat with you very shortly. First, I just want to welcome everyone who is new. If you are new, we create with all recycled materials, supplies, and fabrics, and organics. And it's our way to give the earth a little hug. If you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back. I love your comments. I love your suggestions. We are building a little artisan community here. We are a family, and I am just enjoying the journey. Thank you so much for being with me. And so I just, before we get into the hat and before I forget, I just want to give a little bit of an update that we will be basically, I want to say pausing Patreon for a little while. And the reason is I don't think this is the time for the Patreon platform. Requires a lot of time, and there's just not enough traffic over there. So that's what we're going to be doing there. Now, we're not going to be losing anything because we will just continue on YouTube. Actually, you will get more videos over here. So, and we can continue our talking back and forth here until we go, bring Patreon back up. But, anyway, that was the big news. So with that, this hat, I spent, over 8 hours, stitching the pieces together by hand yesterday. So I thought I was done, and then I decided to stitch a little bit more last night from about 9 to about a little after 10. And then I felt really good about it and stopped. Today I've been machine stitching it for about a little over 5 hours. On and off, I've stopped to do a little hand stitching. However, you can see the Americana heart applique, but created with a Boro-inspired flare and then machine stitched on there. You can see the seams are hand stitched. This is an independent stacking of Boro-inspired design of two fabrics. I'm loving. I'm just going to tell you what happened. This was totally, I don't know if it was subconscious. It was not conscious. I would just want to show you this. I started to put little stars. You see the stars? I started them last night. I put little stars. And then today I added the moon and the star. I didn't think I have any of this fabric left. A teeny tiny, this is why I love saving my teeny tiny little pieces of fabric, because for a project like this, it's perfect. So I stacked two different designs, a cotton fabric there. I used a different type of yarn than my lacy crochet to add a little texture. I wanted to get a little bit ancient kind of a vibe, a rustic kind of a vibe going, because I've adapted the method of free form and kind of roughing it. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's say if I was being very, the state of mind is what I've kind of adapted. When Boro-Sashiko was created, it was created out of urgency. The urgency to be warm. There wasn't any lighting. This was in the 1400s in Japan. It was cold. You could pretty much be assured the habitat that the families were living in at that time were not cozy, hot. They had to get their wood. They had to get warm. So with the idea, when I first started creating Boro, inspired, I did so with the lights off. I don't mean I was sitting in the dark, but I didn't put the lights on like I do now. I have the lights on so I can see really well. I didn't because I wanted to see what it was like to not see the stitches really well. And this is what it was like. This is what it was like. They weren't even perfect in all of it. They just weren't. And I loved it. I just love the meaning behind the free form sashiko or visible stitching and creating a Boro piece with pieces of remnants. So that's what I do. That's why it comes out like it does because of my mindset. Um, Today there are intricate patterns because over time Boro developed into an art form, an aesthetic, if you will, and wall pieces and kimonos and really decorating, really manipulating the embroidery, the decor, all of it. My heart goes here. It just does. I just can't help it. And so this hat has probably 3 more hours of machine stitching, and then I'll put the lining in, and then I'll do a short video on it. So I still have to do a short video on the freeform yo-yo quilt that we did with no backing. I mean, I did a video showing it to you, but I wanted to do a short one. We had an extremely very unusual week this past week, and so busy, all kinds of things going on. So a few of those things I will make sure we get out in the next day. So this hat will be going up to the guild on Wednesday. Now, I was talking to a lot of you about we're going to do our lampshade and we're totally going to do it. But I do believe we're going to do it now on Thanksgiving. Now, I know, people are celebrating and taking walks and making their turkeys. But we'll be making lampshades. No, I totally will jump on here and we will begin our lampshade because I'm thinking it's a two-parter because I want to show you the layout and design. I want to talk to you about the fabrics that I'm using, why I'm using them, what's going on, all of it. So that will be on Thanksgiving because Wednesday, yeah, I need to do some errands. We need to make sure this is up at the guild by Wednesday. I have more work to do on it today, and then I need to do some volunteer time. So I need to be at that art guild working. I'll bring you with me. I'll show you on the video. So we'll be starting another project by that point. Not the lampshade. That stays till we'll wait on that one till Thanksgiving. Okay, so with that, I hope that everybody has an absolutely beautiful day. And I'll see you in the next one. Love and light.